I think the game was great. Obviously, it's good for myself to get some more minutes with the team. We started to play a new structure, so it was good to watch that football unfold against a team like Mexico, who is a very good team. I think they have really good players. They're all very technical and very tactical as well. They figured out our system a little bit and adjusted well. So I think it was a really good competition for us, especially leading into this year with the Olympics.
You got some minutes last night, about 30 or so. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt good to be back out there. Obviously, I feel like nothing's changed since I had a little break. The girls are still the same, everyone's still the same. It's still a good vibe, and yeah, coming back in, I had to really focus on the tactical side again. When you're away for a little bit with the national team, it kind of disappears a little bit. You tend to focus on clubland, so I had to come back in and really focus on that. But I think with this new structure, yeah, it's really fun to play as a striker, and I really enjoyed it out there.
Yeah, it's all about that variety of being able to play through the lines, play over the lines. Yeah. As a winger and somebody who thrives at playing in between the lines, how do you find it?
I'm loving this new structure. I think as a winger, it's going to be perfect for breaking that last line, and yeah, the movement, the push-pulls that we're doing, and yeah, just all of it. I think it's just my type of game, so I'm really happy with this change in structure.
You've been away from the national team for a little while. What were you up to? What did you get up to during your period away?
So I feel like I just was focusing on my clubland at that point. There's been a lot going on with Sydney. Obviously, we had a chance to win that premiership title, so that was a bit of a down point that we missed out on that opportunity. But we still have final series coming up, so that's my next focus when I get home. But yeah, mainly just focusing on that clubland and myself, and working on some things.
Do you feel you've come back a lot more refreshed and ready to go?
Yeah, I feel very refreshed and very ready for what this year is going to bring, hopefully.
This year is an Olympic year. When you look at that, when that is on the horizon, what does that do for you as a player and somebody who's got really high aspirations about where you want to go?
Yeah, for me, obviously Olympics has been my dream ever since I was doing athletics when I was 9. So that stemmed very early, this one. So this one I hold very, very highly, and something I really want to be a part of. So I think having this in our reach this year, you're going to do everything you can. So going back to clubland, I'm still trying to prove myself. If I get the opportunity to come back in for the next camp, trying to prove myself. It's hard. There's 18 players getting picked for this squad. I feel for Tony. And he says it himself, it's going to be a very difficult decision. So I can't imagine, being in that position and picking just 18.
But as you mentioned, it's all about you putting yourself in
Correct.
The best position possible. You've been in some really good form in terms of not only goals but assists and creating chances. How do you feel you are progressing in your football this season?
Yeah, I think obviously at the start of this season I was a little bit injured as well. I had a bit of a difficult start with injuries. But yeah, I feel like I've hit a better stride. I feel like I'm still not where I want to be, but I feel like that's just an athlete. You never feel like you're exactly where you want to be. I think I can always improve and be better, and yeah, I'm hoping to bring that for final series and hopefully score and assist some more goals.
What is the optimum environment for you, or a space for you to feel like you can play your absolute best football and have fun doing it?
Yeah, I think it's being around people that are just like my mates to be around. It makes the football fun. It makes me feel a bit carefree in a way. Not so much, not necessarily pressure. Pressure's a good thing, but just enjoying it. It's like you're out at the park with your mates and playing some good football, and I think having that around, and just some friends that really support you, a coach that lets you be creative, that type of environment, I feel like I thrive. Yeah.
Have you been enjoying your football lately?
I have. I've been very much enjoying the football. Again, I think it tells on the field how you are off the field. So yeah, I'm feeling very good.
Yeah, well, you've got some of the cheek back and the sass. Saw you with the Phoenix fans.
Yeah, that was fun.
No, when you look at that and you go, all right, it's mixing the fun, but it's also mixing the football, but it's also mixing, the success side of it. How have you been able to provide, or have that mix work really well for you?
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to navigate that side a little bit, but I think it's just having fun with it. You know, you get some amazing opportunities from being in the position I'm in, and not just on the field opportunities, but off the field, doing a lot of different media things and kind of taking those things as they come, but enjoying it as well. You know, people know who you are now, so they are watching, and they will give a bit of stick if they want. And it was really fun. I found it fun. I think it's because we were winning at the time. If it wasn't, maybe not. But yeah, you got to enjoy it. Just have a bit of a laugh. I think that's what, yeah, makes it fun.
You mentioned returning back to the A-League women's competition. It's finals time.
It is.
Something very familiar for Sydney
Yeah.
FC. Where do you think the team is? You've got a little bit of a break before you get into that prelim final.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect for me. I get to come home and not have to go straight into a semi-final. It's a different layout this year, so I'm looking forward to how that's going to go. It's a home and away series for the finals. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I've never done a final series like that. But I think the team is shaping up well. I think Ante's running them a bit this time off. They don't get a break. It's it's focus time, and I think he just doesn't want us to drop off now. He wants us to keep going. So I know the girls are getting pushed back home, so I can't wait to get back and get ready for final series.
How's finals football different?
Oh, it's just a different game. I feel like anyone can win. It doesn't matter how good you've been all season. It's just a different game. I think we've seen it in the last few years when we've lost to Victory. You know, they come fourth. They haven't had the best year, and for some reason they are very good in final series. They know how to fight. I think it comes down to who wants it more and who's going to go into those tackles harder and fight a bit more. It doesn't necessarily come down to the pretty football so much in final series, even though we like to play. But yeah, it's just different. It's just different.
You go back to A-League Women's, you mentioned about making sure that you are in the best shape possible. There's not long to go until the Paris Olympics. What's going to be key for you?
Yeah, I think enjoying it, but also pushing myself, knowing that that's 50 days or longer away, like 70 something.
100 days.
100 days, sorry. Yeah, knowing that it's 100 days away, I think just makes you want to work that little bit harder, do those little bit more extras, get a bit stronger, get a bit fitter. Even though it's the back end of the season, I feel like that's in the back of my mind, going home not just to play finals, but to get better.